Not only this, but the phrase has been used in several campaigns, including Samsung and BTS's collaboration, and also the most recent McDonald's BTS meal packaging has Borahae written on it. I'll go check out our vlog with FO Squad.
Welcome to YouTube's favorite K-pop show, DK News. Danny,
David, lots and lots of hot ass
tea.
Yeah, and first off, we have hashtag protect Borahae.
What is that?
Borahae.
I know, but why are we protecting Borahae?
Oh, we have some tea going on.
Oh boy.
And
second, we have J Park being cancelled once again, for his offensive lyrics towards the Islam religion.
And last but not least, we have Sakura returning to Japan and doing her first performance, but she gets hurled into a controversy by allegedly hating or belittling Koreans.
Oh boy. And on to the first news.
So Sakura faces controversy for allegedly mocking Koreans.
Oh no, what you do?
After IZ*ONE's disbandment last month, Miyawaki Sakura, a very popular Japanese member among IZ*ONE, returned to Japan, and the media, being speculative on her next moves, reported that she was rumored to sign with the then big hit Now Hype. However, as there are still no confirmations on this, and on the 29th, HKT48, which is a Japanese idol group, held their own online concert, which included Sakura, and it was IZ*ONE's member Sakura and Yabuki Nico's first official comeback schedule as well.
Hey, hold on.
Yabuki Nico's All was well until during Sakura's performance something questionable was spotted. When Sakura was singing, a supposed fan, or Korean articles state that it was supposed to be a Saseng fan, suddenly jumped up on the stage following Sakura around and got pulled off out of the stage as a performance. It was a stunt, or like a performance.
So it was part of the stage performance.
Yeah. The Saseng fan role was played by HKT48's other member, Murashige Anna. So the placard the Saseng fan was holding became the source of the problem, and it was written in Korean saying, "Only you, I only stand you, Sakura, 사랑해요." Also, the fan had a bizarre t-shirt of Sakura's face printed on it, and Anna's Instagram story post also put fuel on the fire as she screen capped the scene and recorded some scenes with the writing WIZONEs on it. But if you look at her other posts, she's pretty devoted to the role and is excitingly acting like a super fan. Now, there were contradicting opinions about this act on stage, as many Korean netizens and fans took offense to this performance, saying that it had the intention to belittle Korean fans, depicting them as obsessive Saseng fans that get dragged out by security. Also, considering the political climate, showing a fan with Korean-written placards obsessing with the Japanese idol and getting dragged out of the stage did not give out good looks. However, fans were quick to defend Sakura, obviously international fans, as one posted that the outfit of the fan role was that of a typical Japanese otaku fan, and that it was obvious that the otaku fan was holding a Korean placard because she had been active in Korea until not long ago, and many Japanese fans write Korean idol names in Korean. As a lot of international fans do, like Jeon Jungkook, like, Kim Namjoon. Also, they pointed out if it really was a Korean fan, they would be holding a slogan towel rather than uchiwa, which is a Japanese fan. So that made it clearly Japanese, is what they're saying. In the meantime, the conflicts kept on going between the K-fans and I-fans on YouTube videos. There were many comments made about the controversy, and some of the most upvoted Korean comments were the following. Anyone with an eye can see that this is mockery, ignoring a fan with a Korean placard and the fan getting arrested at the end. Lol, they really see Koreans as dogs and pigs, don't they? You want to defend this.
Some pigs, okay. That's going far.
Honestly, it is at their fault that they carelessly made this weird fusion concept, and they deserve to be bashed. I see responses saying it was for fun purposes, you are all too sensitive, they didn't know we would be this mad, but that is gaslighting behavior and trying to evade the situation and blame on us. That kind of beating around the bush is Japanese characteristics. Let's say that they didn't have malicious intent, but Japan is a country that has anti-Korean books as bestsellers right now, and hikikomoris/otakus as a deep-rooted social problem. This kind of hate and discrimination is so normalized to the extent that people aren't even able to understand what part of it is wrong. This is clearly not cultural differences. Okay with the t-shirt with Sakura's face on it, but the performance of her getting dragged out by security, nobody can deny that's a portrayal of a negative fan saseng behavior. And last, okay, let's just dress someone like a bald otaku and write Japanese on it and do the same thing. You think Japan would stay calm, silent about that? Okay, like playing fire with fire. The comment section was very spicy. For English comments, we're mostly explaining the otaku concept, why isn't it offensive, or they were saying that K needs to take a chill pill. There was also an interesting comment saying that if it was a white person doing that, then the K-nets would have been flattered about it. Like, oh, look how global K-pop is. Like, white people are saseng fans of K-pop. Okay, that was an interesting comment, so I just picked it up. But
I'm actually kind of pissed now.
What do you think about this?
Okay, you know, this is a Japanese performance in Japan for Japanese fans in a Japanese group.
Yeah.
Say it was for performance purposes and they were portraying an otaku fan. Why the fuck would they need to write that shit down in Korean when everybody in the crowd is Japanese, right? Even though she was performing mostly in Korea, still people that are there are Japanese. Like if you take it to the context of like maybe Korea, I don't think if it was a Korean show, they would have written it in Japanese. Personally, like I'm not that offended by it because I'm pretty detached from whatever they're portraying, right? A saseng fan. But at the same time, it's obvious that there was some sort of intention of mockery of Korean fans.
I agree to one of the comments saying that even if there was a malicious intent or not, if it was planned or not, I think the context and the situation itself is enough to cause some kind of confusion and dispute because, you know, just regarding the political climate and history between Japan and Korea, it's deep-rooted historical conflict behind that. Not to that extent.
Is there really a reason why that has to be in Korean is what I'm saying. Even though they were popular in Korea, I also think they were just as popular in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Like they made a lot of Japanese songs. Why does it have to be a Korean fan?
Yeah, so as I was saying, I mean, if it was just for fun, if they just wanted to point out the fact that she had a lot of Korean fans or whatever, they should have honestly been more careful about it because like the climate right now is even worse with Japan because they've been currently, you know, pouring out radioactive water into the seas and, you know, everybody's pissed about it. So
let's not get too political.
Regarding the fact that IZ*ONE just disbanded, Sakura was there in 1 month ago and this is her first gig and now like it is very confusing. I don't think it was like very neatly played. There should have been some precautions in that kind of role.
And another thing is like I'm kind of confused why they even include this kind of like otaku saseng fan performance inside their concert because I would assume that that's one of their prime clients, customer bases. So are they like making fun of their own fans? I don't know.
As one of the comments said, like it's a deeply rooted problem in Japan, but they normalize it so
I know,
much,
but they normalize it to the extent that they're making it a joke in front of the exact people.
Yeah, so even if you think of the Japanese position, still it's kind of like weird. Like on the surface level, I get it, but like I totally get why the Koreans are angry as well. I'm gonna just take both sides.
I'm more angry at the international fans that are nullifying, not giving a shit about what Korean people are feeling because a lot of them always say like, oh, you know, when cultural appropriation happens in K-pop or some shit like that, they're like, oh, Koreans are so insensitive, they don't know history, blah blah blah, educate yourselves. Whoever says that and thinks otherwise when Korean, you know, when the tables are turned, they're hypocrites. So,
I don't think it's to that level. I think this is just like a big mess up, a big confusion. All sorts of people can be confused by all parties. It's not Korean fans' fault. It's not fans' fault. It's just it's a big mess.
But I'm just angry at the international fans.
Okay. Yeah, international fans are acting like that because like K-nets have a record of like being oversensitive about like, small issues too. Let's just agree this was a whole big mess up and confusion. Let's just be respectful towards each other.
I kind of want to see go to Japan now and see one of those performances, actually.
It's an online concert, so you could watch
Oh,
it. Yeah,
really?
Breaking news again, it seems like Sakura has come out with an indirect response to the alleged claims of her controversy of her stage belittling Korean fans or WIZONEs. During her Thai fan meet live stream right after the controversy happened, an MC asked her a question, when did you recently laugh the most? And she answered, when Anna did the traditional Japanese fan outfit and made the stage more fun. After this statement, many are saying that since she clarified that it indeed is a Japanese traditional fan outfit, people should stop the misunderstanding and bashing of her. And also many Korean fans are claiming that the people who are offended are just K-nets angry with whatever Japan does. And they also pointed out that the Korean articles that are framing it as a belittlement of Korea is causing the biggest problem. Nevertheless, still many opposing comments are saying still it doesn't justify or explain why they would have written it in Korean or why they would have used an otaku in the first place. So I guess it's all divided at this point. I see some comments saying like aunties are so desperate to drag her down and the shielders will do anything to shield her even if it's very controversial and detrimental to the country. But anyways, yeah, that's that. I guess we all have to be our own judges. We all have our own opinions. So yeah, that was just an update.
On to the next news. Okay, Jay Park is called out for being insensitive and offensive in his lyrics. So some drama arose on Twitter, of course, on May 27th, as some users found out about Jay Park's 2020 track, Mukbang Remix, which featured other artists like Lil Cherry. I love Lil Cherry, by the way, and BB. They claimed that the lyrics were offensive and disrespectful towards Muslims. The lyrics in question are as follows. I can never fall off, worship me like Allah, get it done like Wallah. Okay, so... Okay.
He played a rhyme there with Allah and claimed himself as Allah.
I know.
Okay,
and Allah is like, of course, the one and only God in Islam. Wallah, I didn't know about this. It means Wallahi, Wallah. It means I swear to Allah. So he's making a lot of Islam references. Actually, in a previous song that he did a few years back, he also said like something like haram, haram, salam, salam. He's making a lot of Arabic references there too. But anyway, many commenters pointed out how Allah cannot be compared to anything in Islam, and thus lyrics like these are extremely blasphemous for the religion. One commenter said, the word Allah is the most sacred to Muslims, and it's something that we must not touch it without wudu, ablution. I don't know what that is, but something, I guess, of a process. And can't even throw away a paper with Allah on it like other papers. So if you write down Allah, you can't throw away that paper, apparently. Wallahi also isn't just a normal word. It's a sin to use it in an inappropriate way. Respect is earned, not given. Okay, so obviously people are angry. Now, Jay Park quickly responded, saying lyrics were never meant to be offensive or disrespectful. For anyone who took it that way, I apologize. Y'all out of pocket for he dragging a religion or racist comments with that bullshit false narrative. To me, it's just some lyrics. To some, it's more serious. Simple as that. However, this does not stop the criticism, obviously, towards Jay Park. Many took his apology as a way for him to saying that he didn't find it offensive. Now, with the many angry Twitter comments as well as explanations of why this was offensive continuing to flow, Jay Park issued yet another apology. He said, at first I didn't see the problem, but as I read the comments, I see that I used a word some are willing to die behind in my lyrics. And it's not my place to use something like that means so much to the Muslim people in my raps freely. I apologize to all my Muslim fans. The intent was never to disrespect or offend. I will be more mindful going forward. Okay, so that was his response. I guess this is where the situation sits now. I mean, Jay Park, he's been canceled so many times. You know, with, I guess, cultural appropriation. Now this. It seems like a lot of Twitter users are like, oh, it's him again. You can't be saved. Is what they're saying. And personally, like, I feel like he's kind of, you know, confused. Maybe Jay Park, because in one hand I feel like he wants to be a rapper that doesn't give a fuck, but at the same time, like whenever these things happen, he always lashes out and then apologizes later, right? Like that's always been his cycle. So yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the guy. You know, I think he needs some PR management or something like that, because whenever this thing happens, he always gets angry first and then apologizes later.
I don't necessarily think the first response was angry. I think he was just speaking his voice, like genuinely how he thought. He was like standing to his own ground, but that backfired even worse. And the situation aggravated.
Right.
And like now he realized like how serious this was, and then he put out a second apology. I think that's like, I mean, I'm not saying he did anything right, but like I think the process was pretty natural, like as a human being. And I guess like I'm a person who believes in like second chances, but I guess you just pointed out like Jay Park has a record of doing that a lot. But I mean, just looking at this one incident, I guess like if he realized later and then apologized, I guess there is some effort behind that, but like I guess a lot of fans would be disappointed still nevertheless, and would be wanting him to like modify the lyrics in some type of way. That would be like the best case scenario, but I doubt he's gonna do that.
I don't think that's gonna happen to a song he released.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, like even if the song is up, like he could make some measures to like actually modify the audio file itself, leave aside the music video or whatever. In K-pop, he's not technically K-pop, but still in K-pop, like Blackpink, there have been cases that the music videos have been edited and like stuff have been edited out.
Yeah, I mean it's possible to swap out the song.
Yeah.
Track
So
itself.
I guess that would be like the best case scenario to respect Muslim fans. These days we really don't get like a free pass for these things because you know how global the K-pop is, and even if he isn't K-pop, he's like a big part of like the Korean music culture scene. He is entangled with the K-pop scene and stuff, so there is influence of him within like the global society, including Muslims as well. I mean, religion is a very serious thing, and like to some people, as he said, it's something willing to die about, sacrifice your life about. And I guess people that are listening to your music that are really offended by that, taking proper measures would be the best thing. It's a really tricky situation. I know that in the K-hip-hop scene, I know there are worse lyrics than that.
I mean, already like Jay Park's song. This song has like Jay Park, Lil Cherry, BB, all pretty big artists.
Yeah.
This was a last year's song. I don't know why it got blown up this year suddenly, but yeah, that's true. Like, there's a lot way worse.
Yeah, I can assure you, K-hip-hop lyrics, there's some fucked up shit like in global standards, but that's because it's like very Korean close society. But also at the same time, in American hip-hop, I bet there's like way even more fucked up stuff there. I'm not saying it's gonna be justified because of that. I'm just saying like Jay Park, he was just trying to find that term for like God and then a rhyme. He might have not thought of it as deep, but it's a really important and sacred word for a lot of people.
I did not know like Allah.
Of course, it's sacred.
I did not know.
Seriously, I need to know for future.
I was completely
future
unaware.
Pira songs, because like now I'm afraid he might put out a Pira song with.
Why would I reference Allah in my song?
I don't know. Shit happens,
but
like,
anyway,
now I'm kind of scared.
I'm not religious, so I was completely unaware.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I learned something.
Yeah.
Through Jay Park.
Okay.
Religion.
Okay.
You know, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
This religion talk. It's like not our place to talk about.
But in Jay Park's defense, I think calling him racist over this, I don't think is...
The racist thing has no correlation.
I don't think this is racism. Okay. I think this is
religion.
ignorance.
Yeah.
I think he was unaware, like I was.
I'm so glad you didn't include any Allah.
I mean, why the fuck would I include? And on to the next news.
The term Borahae is claimed by a nail company.
Nail as in like nail or nail?
Nail.
Like fingernail.
Yeah, nail care company in Korea. According to the patent information site called Keypress, last September 2020, the phrase Borahae appeared to be registered as a trademark.
Okay.
It was registered by a nail care company called Lalali's, and the product categories for the trademark included soap, perfume, oil, and cosmetics. Very random. Anyways, obviously, once this was revealed, it created a huge outroar because the phrase Borahae itself was first made by the BTS member V. Fans say that during a fan meet in 2016, noticing an army bomb light stick covered with purple plastic, V stated that the color purple is the last color of the rainbow, thus it's a meaning of trust and love among each other until the very end.
보라 색깔의 뜻이 뭔지 아세요?
보라색이요.
빨주노초 파란보의 보라색이 마지막 색깔이잖아요. 제 보라색은 상대방을 믿고 서로 오랫동안 사랑하자라는 의미인데요. 네, 제가 방금 지었어요.
깜빡 포
맞아요.
네.
자연스러웠어요.
나 진짜인 줄 알았어.
잘했어요.
멤버가 속이다니.
네, 이게 근데 저는 그때처럼 영원히 오랫동안 함께 이렇게 볼 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 저희는
After this very touching comment from V, ARMY immediately started widely using the phrase in Korea as Borahae, internationally I purple you. The phrase has been being used ever since with the meaning of affection and support within each other between BTS and the fandom. This phrase also became quoted by the head of UNICEF, Henrietta Fore, as she said, "We here at UNICEF purple you." Not only this, but the phrase has been used in several campaigns, including Samsung and BTS's collaboration, and also the most recent McDonald's BTS meal packaging has Borahae written on it. Go check out our vlog with FO Squad. And Sports Gyeongyang, who was the first to exclusively report about this, inquired to the company who trademarked Borahae about the reasoning and meaning behind it. However, the response was that the company founder registered the trademark him or himself, so the employees don't know about it. The founder is absent at the moment, so please call again.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's
very chill response.
nice.
Yeah, after this report, the BTS fandom army is strongly demanding to withdraw the trademark registering. By the time of the report, there were more than 4,000 arguments being posted on the brand's cosmetic
boy.
site. The board seems to have crashed or been disenabled because I checked last night and the uploaded posts stop at the 30th, the date 30th, and there's only like 150 of them, only Korean.
I see.
But anyways, it seems to have crashed or something.
Uh-huh.
So Korean comments on Naver said that there is no way the company wouldn't have known about it. A cosmetic brand declares war with ARMY. Are they stupid?
That's true.
This will totally backfire against them. I can understand Bora being trademarked, but Borahae? Nope. This has surely grabbed the attention of international armies too, as they are putting out statements on Twitters trying to protect V's coin phrase. Yeah, so basically that's the outroar and the situation.
Oh, boy.
What do you think about this?
As a cosmetics company, I
Yeah.
highly doubt that they didn't know what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
These companies would probably be knowing about the biggest boy band in the world.
Yeah.
Their fans are, supposedly their potential customers. I don't think they went into this completely, unaware of what Borahae is. It's used everywhere now. So obviously they knew what they were doing. I guess they're kind of stupid that they didn't expect this backlash, or maybe they did. This might be just viral marketing for them.
It would be the worst though.
I mean, like if they were like a completely unknown brand, then at least now everybody knows about this company in the world.
I don't know. To me, it's kind of sneaky that they tried to register in 2019 without saying it to anybody. I guess it's like cyber squatting. Like they're trying to either coin off of that phrase, or either they expected this whole outroar and like when Big Hit or like BTS Hype approaches them to like actually claim
Use that name.
Yeah, name. They would be like, oh, we have it, so you got to buy it from us, something like that. But
Technically, I think it's legal.
I mean, if you were to go into like the legal waters, then
That's
dips.
theirs.
But still, like seeing the backlash from armies, them being on the articles and like Korean people hating on them,
Right.
I doubt that it's a good move. So I guess withdrawing would be the best situation here, fast and swift.
For them, let's see how this turns out. You guys cyber squatted. You guys squat on the name. Then let's see how that turns out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
I
curious.
mean, if they
I'm kinda
really
curious.
had malicious intent and they wanted to actually like coin off of it, if they were like this unknown cosmetic nail brand that's like unsuccessful, I don't know about the company itself, but if they really wanted some coin and they were going for that and they go into like legal dispute with Big Hit, I guess they would be able to like get some compromise money, but
of course.
that would be like so short-sighted in my opinion as a CEO
unless you
or
get
owner
like
of
$20
business.
million.
Yeah,
which
but-
then it's not short-sighted.
I don't know, but still, like that is sketchy. That
It
is
is sketchy.
not good, unethical. Everyone in the world, there's like living proof that Borahae was
I
invented
know.
and coined by V. So you better withdraw it
Yeah, that's true.
fast.
Okay, well,
And I better not be seeing like some generic ass apology saying like, I didn't know about it. I just like the color purple, so I just, put
But-
hair behind it.
like-
So while editing the video, Lalali's actually came out with an official statement apologizing to BTS ARMY and their fans for making them concerned and for filing the trademark for Borahae. They go on saying that for the development and improvement of K-pop, they have decided to relinquish the rights for the trademark Borahae. They will take swift measures. They go on saying, as a Korean, we hope that BTS succeeds even more.
Let's say they didn't know about BTS at all.
No way. They're a freaking nail company. 99% of the customers would be female.
And a lot of people that work there will be female too.
Yes. No way. No living person in Korea
makes
does
no
not
sense.
know
Yeah,
BTS.
yeah.
And yeah, Borahae has been used in a lot of commercial campaigns. So
That's true.
no defense there. The article said they would try to reach them again and update us. Yeah, I guess if something comes out, we'll put it in the DK
Let's
news.
see how long they squat for. And that's it for today's DK News. Go to patreon.com/DKDKTV. There's a lot of topics that we didn't talk about that we will talk about on the after show. For example, actually, armies protesting against Spotify now.
Oh,
Did
why?
you see? Because they deleted the views.
Oh no.
We'll talk about that as well.
And also, first offline concert coming up, the Dream concert with a bunch of K-pop star.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's happening next month.
Wow. So
or
go
in the
check
near
that
future.
out.
We'll review that again and give you our thoughts amidst this pandemic situation. We'll have the after show, so go check it out. Price of a cup of coffee. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.